Hey tribe, welcome back to the channel. So I am slowly getting back into rhythm after my sickness, and let's see what's happening with you next week. We're gonna have, you can either choose from thumbnail, which you've probably already seen. The first pile is the moon, second is the sun, third is the lightning. So see which one you're drawn to, or go intuitively just by literally looking at which pile draws your attention, and I will see you in timestamps. Hello group number one, let's see what is up with you next week. We're gonna have, what is the focus point looking like? We have a purpose, we have financial pinch, we have slowing down. Okay, I'm gonna be using the Steampunk Tarot to clarify these cards. Let's see, what do we need to know about the purpose next week? We're gonna have, where your heart's flame dances, there lies your purpose. Okay, that's enough feel. Let's get to it. We have the Eight of Wands, we have the Sun, we have the Chariot. Bottom of the deck we have the Five of Wands. I feel like I want to clarify this. Let's see what we got. We have the Emperor. Pile number one, what we have here for you next week, it seems like you're very heavily focused on that. You really want to figure out why you're here. What is something that you're talented in, but more so, what do you really like doing? If you haven't found it yet, next week you may get hints, you may get inspiration, you may get an idea of where you want to go next and what you want to do. Now, when we think about purpose, and people think about purpose as this massive thing that we have to do, and it's not necessarily someone who is famous and well known for what they do. It could be someone who is just really good at something in their circle, community, someone who touches people's hearts, someone who, I don't know, makes the best lasagna in town. And from that, what elevates, maybe you start, people start buying it from you, ordering it from you, and then you go, oh my God, maybe this could be something that I'm going to be doing. I really love cooking. And then boom, you have your little business, and that business expands, and then you have other people working for you, and you continue improving and elevating your dishes, right? So it's more so about where your heart lies, and next week you're very heavily focused on that, and I really feel that for a lot of you, if you don't know what it is just yet, you will have clues. The Sun card is here. The Sun is telling us that it's going to be much easier for you to see. The sky is not as gray. There aren't clouds anymore. You are able to pinpoint exactly what it is for you. Now, those who already know what you want to step into and what you want to do in this life, which can at times change and progress and elevate and branch out to different things. It's not necessarily that you have to do one thing forever. It can look slightly different over the years, over time. It feels that you have a really, really good ride the next week. I'm seeing you very well respected, people looking up to you. Some challenges may pop up here and there, but it's to do with competition, I feel like, nothing else. Maybe you yourself tend to compete with other people or compare yourself to other people. I don't feel like it's the way to go, though. I feel that as long as you know where you want to go and what you want to create, that's all that you need to know. Discipline is your best friend the next week when it comes to purpose, okay? If I sound stuffy, because I still am. So I haven't just woken up. It's evening for me here. So I apologize for that and any weird sounds that my throat may make during this video today. Discipline is your best friend. Being good at discipline when it comes to your purpose means that you are ahead of many people who may be doing similar thing or the same thing, but because you stick to it and you keep growing in it and you keep pulling yourself up, getting up whenever you feel like you want to give up, That's what differentiates you from everyone else. And if we talk about competition in business, that's exactly how you can elevate yourself. This also seems to be connected for some of you getting up a little bit earlier, right? How you manage your time, how good you want to be in this, how good you really want to be in this. If you want to be one of the best people in this, then you're going to have to really look at the shadow aspects. You know, some of us are not really good at talking. Some of us are not really good at creativity. Some of us are not really good at marketing ourselves. So we're going to be looking, pile number 1 next week, at some things that we are not really good at and learning how to be better at those things. Whatever it is that's connected to your purpose. This feels to me more like for people who are already doing it, who already have kind of like a solid thing, a solid idea, but they're trying to make it better. And I really feel that your discipline and consistency is going to take you further. I really, really do. Now, some of you want to be more well-disciplined because you're trying to make your wallet a bit fatter. Let's see. Financial pinch. Ensure you have reserves for unforeseen hardships. Let's get to it. Yeah, of course. Some of you are really big on saving the next week, making sure that you're putting some money aside in case something happens, in case you need to move, in case your car breaks down, in case you gotta go to a doctor, private clinic of some sorts, fix your teeth, all of that jazz. You're just gonna be inclined to, you're gonna be very drawn to saving and putting money aside. And my people who were not really good at saving, I feel like next week you're gonna feel great because you're gonna be really proud of yourself that I'm finally doing this and I'm much better at this now. I'm also seeing someone borrowing money if they don't have any reserves. If you're going to be struggling next week and if you need extra amount of money, there's someone that can definitely help you with this. Yeah, specifically a female. If you can see, there is a hand over here that she's reaching for. She can get up on her own, but she's choosing help. Whoever this individual is, this is someone who's very intellectual, very smart. This may be someone who works in a field that requires mostly logic, not creativity. This may be someone who has this kind of boss leadership type of qualities. This person knows how to talk to people and knows how to sell themselves. Anything else that we need to know about this? Any advice? If you're gonna be proposed a new opportunity, I would say think about it. Think about it long and hard. Because for some of you, there may be a new job on the horizon, a new project on the horizon of some sorts. I really want to say that this may be an old project that is resurfacing again, or old idea that's resurfacing again. But it would be beneficial for you to grab it instead of pushing it away. Okay? Okay. Let's look at slowing down. Why is this here? And the camera is shifting a little bit. Sorry, I'm going to adjust you slightly. I want the candle closer a little bit. I like it in the shot. I'm in love with black candles. We have Knight of Pentacles, King of Swords. We have slowing down, and of course we have Knight of Pentacles. This is the slowest moving knight. Slow and steady wins the race. Next week is not the week for rushing, okay? If you're gonna be rushing and running around like headless chicken, you may have a very chaotic week, and you may also make some mistakes on the way. And that's something that you don't want. Your cards are saying, work smart, not hard. Better think about how you can approach the situation, the task, instead of jumping into it and just trying to get, a tick on the, I'm seeing a sheet of responsibilities. Because you may come up with a structure that is much better, works much better for you. If, for example, for other people, they are able to complete tasks pretty swiftly, pretty quickly, but you can't, your cards are saying don't compare yourself, because you're a different person. Your brain works differently. You are really good at taking it maybe a bit slower, but making sure everything is in proper order. Where someone who may be rushing and doing it pretty quickly, they may be making much more mistakes than you. There is no need for you to compare yourself, okay? And also no need to rush the next week. Take it slow at your own pace. I split the deck as well. We have the Two of Cups over here. Don't rush in relationships, okay? If you met someone that you're interested in, or if you have a business partnership that you're interested in, right? Potential business partnership, don't rush into it. Take some time, think about it, pros and cons, etc., etc. In the dating scenario, this is saying, let's not jump to conclusions. Let's not start imagining specific outcomes. Let's take it one day at a time. Let's get to know each other. Okay? I hope this made sense. Now, if you want to join and participate, type I agree in the comment section. A week or so after I posted this video, I'll come back and I will read for one of you, or maybe a couple of you. I'll see who I'm drawn to. But I will reply to your comment. It's not going to be like a separate video for that. Make sure you have notifications on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hey, group number 2. Let's see what is up for you the next week, week and a half. What is the energy looking like? We have investing as a focus point, allocating resources wisely. We have positive outcome. We have a cult. Okay, let's see. We're gonna use the Steampunk Tarot as your clarifying deck. Let's give it a good shuffle. Investing, what do we need to know about that? We have a Hierophant. We have Three of Cups. We have Nine of Wands. Let's peek at the bottom of the deck. We've got the Hangman. Look, next week, those who've been thinking about any kind of investment, next week I would say not to rush into anything. What would be best for someone here, just like an additional message, seeking for a financial advisor, someone who works in that field, particularly if you want to dive into the world of crypto. I would say make sure you do really good research, or maybe you can have a mentor. If you are about to invest in property, same thing, talk to people who are in it and they have been doing it for a while. Okay, we have the Hangman here at the bottom of the deck, and Nine of Wands. Someone may get involved in something that they really don't know much about, and it could be a much more difficult journey. Then spending maybe some money, hiring someone, or getting a consultation and doing it, I'm hearing, the proper way. Let's do it the proper way. You can get the fruit of labor, you will, after you invested your money, but this card is talking about the initial stages, what I'm doing in those initial stages, where I'm allocating my money towards to, how long I need to wait for that money to come back to me, what's happening in the market, what's happening in the economy. I'm also seeing what would be beneficial is talking to someone in your circle who may have done that, and get their ask about their experience. It's not that it has to dictate how you're going to act when you're going to invest, because this is not a professional, but I feel like they may have a couple of good insights, something that they wish they could have done that they didn't do, but now they know. Make sense? Okay. Any other advice when it comes to investing? Yeah, watch out for getting yourself involved in situations that in the long run will give you much more headache than financial feedback. Okay, let's talk about the positive outcome here. Why is this here? Also, for someone out there, very specific, If you keep thinking about how to make money or how to make your money make more money, but you live with someone who is wasting the money, you may have to have a really serious conversation with them, because I'm seeing someone in the family who's trying to generate more money and doing it very wisely, but the other person spends it on stupid stuff. And then we're coming back to where we started. Okay? Expect a positive outcome when it comes to your manifestations. There's something that you've been working on here. For my business people, my entrepreneurs, this is going to be a great week. People will want what you're offering, what you're selling, what you are producing. People will be very drawn to what you have to say, very drawn to your product or service. This is a great week for my entrepreneurs. A great week. At some point, you'll have to probably negotiate with someone. Or there may be a client or customer who will want to make your life a bit harder. In this case, what I'm seeing, this client, this customer is not right. This is just someone who has a bad day and who kind of lashes out on you. Unless, of course, you didn't provide the service that you promised, then this is a different scenario. But in this case, I'm seeing like a Karen. I'm seeing a Karen. And some of you will take it to heart, but don't take it to heart. This is going to be one of those lessons where you're going to have to say no sometimes to some people. And this may also be a lesson where you're going to have to add something to your terms and conditions because of what has happened with this person. Okay, so you're learning through this. You're learning how to stand up for yourself, and you're learning that, even though I have majority of my clientele, my customers are great, but here and there we have people who are a bit assholes, or who are just expecting way too much, or who just not having the best days, and they lash out on business people, right? On someone who has, I'm seeing a small business here. Let's not take it to heart, this is saying. The only thing that you have to think about is, have you done everything that you were supposed to do on your end? If you have, let it go. Don't carry this with you throughout the week, okay? Yeah, I'm seeing a very abundant week for my business people. I'm seeing people really connecting to what you have to offer. There is this resonance here, what I sell, what I produce, and how people see me, how people feel my product or my service. You may be very familiar, even though people don't know you. And if you market yourself some on social media, people are drawn to familiarity. So maybe there's something that you're going to share, or the way you'll shoot the video, or that advert, or how you're going to talk on the video. The resonance is very important here. Kind of heart to heart. What I'm saying and what I'm doing, I care about touching people's hearts. And people buy from people, right? It's not, most of the time in small businesses, we're not only looking at a product, we are looking at, what is this person about? What is their backstory? How did they come up with this? Right? So you want to connect to your clients the next week, and that's how you're generating more money, and how you're keeping more clients for the future. They'll want to come back to you. So it's really important next week what kind of moves you're making in terms of that, okay? Now, let's talk about the cult. And I will switch decks. Give me a moment. I'll try to find the Haunted House Tarot. Here it is. Didn't have to look for long. Questionable practices. What are those about? Why is the cult card here? Airy fairies was what I'm hearing. Airy fairy. Bottom of a deck, strength card. And what's your advice? The hermit. There may be a specific practice technique that you may come across the next week. One advice that I have for you here, make sure you do some soul searching on your own to really tap into your heart and figure out if this practice is right for you. Okay? We also have a manipulative leader at the top. Watch out for people who are telling you, promising you so many things, but it's not realistic. It's not realistic. Joining a group, joining a circle of some sorts where it's overhyped up, where maybe the reviews are fake, the product, the service doesn't work, the techniques that they use do not really work, where the person doesn't allow you to think of on your own and says it's either my way or highway. Someone who promises that, you know, if you do this, you're only gonna live that type of life. If it sounds too sweet to be true, it probably is. You know, this reminds me of those old ads. If you drink this pill, if you're gonna drink these pills, you're gonna lose that many pounds, you know, a month. And that's what it reminds me of. And then it draws people in, and those people who are a bit lazy, they don't want to work out or fix their diets or go to doctor to figure out their hormones, they go, I'm just gonna buy these pills. And then maybe they lose like a half a kilo or a kilo, and they go, oh my God, it's working, but in the long run, nothing really changed, right? So watch out for something that is too hyped up. The product, the service, if it's good, is going to speak for itself. Watch out for fake reviews. Watch out for someone wanting to control you as a puppet. Any spiritual practice really that makes you feel that you are enclosed. It's almost as if I'm imprisoned. My soul is imprisoned because I'm not able to do certain things that used to make me happy because someone told me not to. And I'm not talking about bad habits, right? If I used to be happy drinking whilst I'm drinking, the next day is not the best, right? And they tell me not to drink. This is not that situation. This is something that truly made you happy, but this individual, this person, this group says, you can't do it because of this and that. I don't know, stupid shit like you can't eat a piece of steak because it's gonna bring your energy down and you get a lot of karma on your shoulders and all of that jazz. And I'm saying that because now a lot of things have changed and people are noticing how certain habits of eating has impacted their bodies. And a lot of times I notice in spiritual community, it has become kind of like a fashion. It's a hype not to eat meat. Everyone's body is different. You gotta know your own body. So if someone tells you, hey, don't eat meat at all because you're in that group, notice how your body is feeling about that. At first, the first year may be good. Everything may be fine. But then you're noticing how your skin starts shrinking, how your eyelids look different, how you don't have energy anymore. It's about individuality and independence here and the way you think. That what to watch out for is people who are pushing you to go only one way or another. It's only black or white. There is no gray. There is no gray space. So that would be what to watch out for, okay? I hope this made sense. Same would be with family members. Only this way. If you do this, you know this is gonna happen. If you lie, you're going to hell. Straight to hell, right? Watch out for shit like that. But I hope this made sense, part number 2. If you want to participate, by the way, type I agree in the comment section. A week or so after I posted this video, I'll come back to it and I'll choose one or a couple of you. I will see how many I'm drawn to. and I'll do a quick reading for you here in the comment section. I'll reply to your comments, so make sure you have notifications on and you are subscribed, okay? I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, let's see what we got for you. What is the energy like? Next week we have new love. Expect a new spark. Lovely. We have artificial sweetness, and we have death of an old self, character development. Okay. I'm gonna be using, let me see. Nope, not this deck, not that deck. I want the gold leaf tarot for you. Let me get it out of the box. Oh, it's very slippery. Sorry, one sec. This deck, you gotta be careful with, because cards can fly all over the place. It is pretty, very pretty. What about the new love? What are we talking about? What about this new love, my people? 4 of Swords. The 10 of Cups, of course, it's here. We have the 9 of Wands. We have the Star. Bottom of the deck, we have 3 of Swords. Ooh. And we have the 4 of Cups. The advice, let's look. 4 of Wands. Anything else that's important to know about this? We have the Queen of Cups. Maybe you have noticed this already. You've been inviting new love into your life. A completely new love from what you had before. This is mostly for my single people, but could also resonate with my people who are in relationships or marriages, long-term marriages. We're seeing a new spark in a relationship. And you know why we're seeing that? Because someone has become much more chill. Someone is ready to put their walls down. Someone is ready to be more vulnerable. Someone is not taking everything so seriously, not overthinking. Someone who knows that I'm not gonna go through this again, because I'm wiser now. I'm wiser now, and I know when to say no to a person. I'm able to read people so that this does not happen to me again. Some of you have distanced yourself from people in general, even in platonic relationships, who have been hurting your heart in some way. And next week is all about regenerating that energy of love. And it's going to happen in various different ways for a lot of you. I'm also seeing someone getting engaged. I'm seeing someone celebrating an anniversary, even if it's a friendship. I don't know, a notification on the Insta or Facebook pops up with a memory, and you go, oh my God, this is the first time we met, or this is the first time we've done something. It will also be a situation where you get a memory that pops up, someone's social media, or you remember yourself that exact day, maybe a year or a couple of years ago, you went on a trip, and that was one of the best trips with that individual, and you go, do you remember? We should do it again. So there's something to do with anniversary and wanting to celebrate love. Would it be romantic? Would it be platonic love? Let's do something, let's organize something, let's get together again. When I looked at the tower at the bottom, let's stir some shit up again. This is funny. Okay. For some of you, there's this energy of reminiscing the next week where you look back and you go, oh my God, now I'm in love with my life. Comparing to what I was going through in that moment of my life. So again, something pops up, you remember something and you go, oh my God, the same exact day, a year or 2 years ago, I was going through dark night of the soul, but I'm in such a good place now. Then you fall in love with your life again. Make sense? Anything else? Yeah. Like sadness is leaving my body. That's what this feels like. Sadness is leaving my body. Maybe some of you were depressed or very anxious and you're taking it easy now with the Four of Swords over here. And you go, you know what? The moment I started taking it easy, that's when I started falling back in love with my life again. All I had to do is to chill the fuck out. Hope this made sense. Now let's look at the artificial sweetness. Why is this here? I'm gonna switch decks for this portion. I wanna use the Haunted House Tarot. Let's see. We have too sweet to be true. Someone is insincerely sweet. See the Lovers in this deck? There you go. No worries, the Justice is right here. The Magician, the Five of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. The Page of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Okay, this would be something to watch out for. Pile number 3. Watch out for someone promising you the world, but their actions are not matching their words. Watch out for individuals who tend to be, hey, how you doing? What's up? It was lovely to see you. And they never call you again, even though they said they're going to call you a week later. And it's not about not calling back. People are busy, you know, shit happens in life. But someone who constantly tries to be so sweet to the point where you don't know what's true and what's not. And you wouldn't really want to go to war with that kind of individual. Stick to the people who you'd go to war with next week. Now, for my people who started dating and you're a bit unsure, oh no, this person seems like too much at the very beginning, bombarding you with love, it's probably too sweet to be true. I would say just watch their actions. Watch their actions and take it slow. Don't dive into it. Promise love to each other the first couple of weeks. It's not about shutting this person up. It's about just noticing, you know, little things here and there. This feels like love bombing to me. Would it be in romantic sense? Would it be in platonic sense, where someone is not really expressing their feelings sincerely? Someone who's trying to put masks on, someone who says, you know what, you're the only one, I'm not dating one, I'm not talking to anyone, but there is a chick in the background, okay? So that's something to watch out for. You would know, you would intuitively know, you wouldn't be surprised by this. If this is your story, that's something that you felt in your gut. And that's something that you may even have some receipts for, okay? So it's time to move on from situations like that. We are not, with the Page of Pentacles here, we are not a child anymore. We know that this is probably not the reality. We've been there before, or we've seen our friends being in those situations. It doesn't end very well. We're looking for someone who's raw and honest, and rawness for you may be a really big deal. Now, those who tend to be themselves are way too sweet because of people pleasing and always saying yes and always trying to smile even when you have the worst day. Be more raw the next week, okay? Be more real, be more raw, because it takes so much energy out of you to pretend that you come back home and you don't have any left for yourself. Okay, there is no need to lick people's asses the next week, okay? Alrighty, let's move on. We have Death of an Old Self, character development. Let's see. What is this character development about? How are we changing? Who are we becoming the next week? What's important? Oh, we becoming passionate. Especially for those who've lost spark in one aspect or all aspects of life, you are becoming very passionate I'm also seeing forgiveness. What's going to change a lot of things for you in your life is forgiveness. And a lot of times we forgive for ourselves. It's not necessarily for the other. So that we are not carrying those toxins in our bloodstream, right? Another thing, yeah, no, I don't feel like it's a case for most of you, but you may hear an apology from someone, and that may change things for you. But for most of you, I feel like you're forgiving on your own because you deserve that, and you know that it's not good for you to carry this pain, carry this, what's the word I'm looking for? Resentment, rage, even in some cases. Yeah, you're stepping into compassion, and you understand how your body works, and you understand if I'm carrying these emotions and they're not pure, it's heavy, it's difficult for me to operate. So that's what I'm not going to do. If some people had difficulties in the past, kind of finding happiness, finding happiness in your lives, it seems like it's changing because you are deciding to see happiness in little things, and that's how you start, and that's when you start being a bit more motivated, a bit more driven, and your actions change, and with the outlook change, everything starts changing around you for the better. It feels like someone who wants to grab their life by the balls and live it fully. We have the Tower. Yeah, definitely. The old foundation is crumbling, it's burning. Together with this change of you, certain relationship may change. You may grow out of some relationships. You may become closer to certain people that you are not so close to. This reminds me of the change on a cellular level. Is it that we completely new people every 7 years? Correct me if I'm wrong, because throughout that time everything regenerates in our bodies. That's how this feels like to me. You're stepping into a completely different cycle. We are different people. Who I was before, no more. And you also, pile 3, not taking any shit the next week. You really, really have a good bullshit radar, and you're like, I'm staying out of these situations. I don't want this. Thank you. No, I will not participate in that event or that gathering because there's a couple of people who just like, it ruins the whole energy of good people, people that I vibe with for me. So I better not attend. Maybe I'm going to invite those people that I love the next week, and we're going to have a great time together. You may be also calling someone out for their shit. Someone who tends to be, I'm going to say it, an ass licker to the point where they have lost their identity. And I really feel that you may be bringing good karma to that person because they need that shaker, because it's also difficult for them to be this way. It takes a lot of energy out of them, and they may be influenced for the better by you, even though at that time it may not be the most pleasant thing that they hear. Okay? Now, if you want to participate, type I agree in the comment section. A week or so later, after I posted this video, I'll come back and I will read for one or a couple of you. I'll see who I'm drawn to here in the comment section. So I'll reply here. Make sure you subscribe, then you have notifications on so you'll know that's you. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.